Merab Dvalishvili versus Petr Yan 2.
Bro, he was smoking dope before the fight. Merab!
What you mean?
I just wanted to give you guys an exciting fight and not booty sniff. This is the one time I asked for booty sniffing. This is the one fight I asked for booty sniffing, and he didn't want to do it.
I watch Herb Dean. I watch him see fighters get put to sleep. Run up there, stop, let him get one more, and then stop it. I watch Herb Dean do that because these fighters are getting paid to do so. Brandon Moreno was still moving. He was still moving, trying to get out of the position. This is not an amateur fight. Let the man go out. Like Dana said to Josh Van, there's no bad way to win a fight, but there's a bad way to lose one. First off, luck has a part to play in fights and stuff, right?
Always.
But that happens a lot. Like where someone throws a high kick, you catch it on your elbow and you raise it up and they fall. That happens a lot. A fall is the most fatal martial art technique.
See, I ain't saying that shit no more. Be setting me up, bro. Nah, but for real though, gay niggas and those studs that be taking that shit, that testosterone, they do make the best coffee, bro. And I think they know it too.
How you find out?
Because those are the only ones that get hired at Starbucks.
That's just not true.
I told you, I saw a dude that bitch 330 named Emily made the best iced coffee I've ever had in my entire life, bro. Bro, Emily with a heart at the end.
You just like caramel in your, you like the caramel macchiato, or what kind of ice cream?
Bro, I get the caramel, crunched iced coffee.
So it has some sugar in that bitch.
Yeah, bro.
Sure.
Smack. And then I get, what's that stuff you put me on? That cold foam? That cold foam on top. Yeah, bro, that shit hit. Because cold foam mixed better than whipped cream.
You gotta change your life. You know what's actually crazy? We're gonna be going into, there's no events. There's no UFC events for 6 weeks. And we're gonna be going into 2026 where all of our champions have 0 defenses on their current title reign.
That's ugly.
Every single champion is technically a new champion.
Man,
ain't that crazy?
That's so ugly, bro.
Isn't that crazy, though?
This shit's ugly, dog.
I think, well, at least male. Because Valentina should just be Whaley.
Yeah.
So male champions. All right, let's get into this episode, dog.
Episode 99, gang violence.
Damn, this is episode 99 of the Will vs. the Way uncensored MMA podcast with your boys, Noah the Way, Wande, and T Will the Casual. So man, if you were following the parlays, and you sided with the Way, I just gotta say you made a lot of money. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's the first thing I want to say. We have 2 newly crowned champions. Both were underdogs, so both would have won you a lot of money. And T Will has 120 push-ups. So on call. So for those of you who don't know, we bet on call push-ups on the parlay. So whoever gets more picks right, pretty much, we double or nothing every time. So now T Will owes me 120 on call push-ups.
For 6 weeks.
So if he so if he's acting up at any point during Christmas, we know we know what's about to happen.
6 weeks.
That's wild. Hey, they gotta switch over, to Paramount. They gotta switch over.
Bullshit, bro.
Okay, so before we even get into the card, UFC 323 just happened, obviously, headlined by Merab versus Petr Yan. Great fight, by the way. But before we even get into that, talking about the Paramount, right? Because they're switching over from ESPN Plus to Paramount. And Dana did say that the bonuses were going to go up. But he also just stated that the pay-per-view will be like compensated. So instead of people making it off of pay-per-views, which there will be no more pay-per-views, it'll probably be like how I was talking about before. People who get viewed the most on the Paramount app are going to get paid accordingly. You know what I mean? So That's gonna be different. I think honestly they're probably gonna be making more money because I don't know how much they were really making off of the pay per view. More people are gonna be willing to pay for Paramount to have no lagging and stuff like that, rather than just the streams. Because I think right now it's like $8 a month, but like eventually it's gonna go up to like 12 or 15 a month or something. If they really start needing money, it might hit 30. Might just have to hit 30 a month. Who knows? But Paramount's going crazy right now. Not only do they just buy the UFC, bro, but they're trying to buy Warner Brothers, bro.
Warner Brothers, man, they got bread like that, fried.
Bro, so what was it? It was Netflix offered 81 billion to Warner Brothers to try and buy them up, right? So that's DC Comics, that's everything that Warner, you see WB on every single movie nowadays.
I
That
thought
all would have been underneath Netflix
I thought Netflix was successful in that.
in TV shows and stuff.
No, I thought they were successful in buying DC and stuff like that.
I thought so too. But there was another offer that came in, so I guess it wasn't official. There was another
Uh,
offer from Paramount Plus, who just bought the UFC for up to $108 billion to buy Paramount Plus. Like that's
I'm
crazy.
not
And
gonna.
it would have been like 18 billion in cash to the to like all the shareholders and shit like that. Like so they're really like incentivizing. They're trying to buy up the world. At,
Noah,
at this point, they trying to buy up the world. 81 billion, 108 billion
I'm
is
not
all for
even
some
gonna say it.
TV.
I'm not even gonna
What?
say it.
Say what?
I'm not even gonna say it. Man, the movies that's finna be coming out is
They're gonna
finna
be
be
they gonna be paying fighters like Turkey Eller Sheep. I'll tell you that much.
nah, but peep though. I wanna see like fight bonuses go up to
What
now it's 50,000.
would be
I
an
wanna see
exciting
them.
price range for fight
I wanna
bonuses to go up
see
to?
I want to see the fight bonuses go from in between 75,000 to 100. And then the age of the booty sniffing is going to disappear. And then it's going to be
100,000?
more 100,000 motherfuckers going to be actually fighting.
100,000 is good. 100,000 is good. I mean, because they keep in mind, it's always been 50,000.
Always.
So when they were getting paid $200 to fight in a cage, it was a $50,000 bonus.
Yeah.
And now that they're getting paid, however much they're getting paid now, it's still a $50,000 bonus. So, do you think 100 is enough compensation? Like, what if they said, bang, 150 grand
Noah,
bonus?
we watched Henry Cejudo get on his hands and knees and beg Dana.
He was, he was kind of sucking
He
his
begged
toes a
him.
little bit.
Dana, you don't think this was worth it? Like he begged him.
150, because with 150 grand, that's like you're looking at starting to buy houses now. Like, you can
Bro,
buy a house with that.
150
So if I go
150
knock
is
this
good
dude
money.
out, I could go buy a house, and then I got what 20, 30 that I could rely on and put in investments and stuff like that.
Did you
Like
see what the
now,
nose? Did you see what the nose said? I call him the nose, the jujitsu specialist,
I don't know who you're
Mexican
talking about.
guy, Mexican guy, the nose.
Mexican jiu-jitsu specialist. I
He
still
got a
don't know who
big
you're
old.
talking
He got
about.
a big old. I'm talking about bell pepper nose, bro. You know exactly who I'm talking about, bro. I can't think of his name. He can
Great.
barely talk. He chewy. He says chewy a lot,
Oh, you're talking about Raul Rosas?
bro. Raul said, bro, he got a bonus and spent that bitch in 2 weeks,
Yeah. Now, when the money comes in fast, you tend to spend it fast.
bro.
That's generally what happens.
Bro, he spent it in 2 weeks. So hopefully that can eliminate fighters, getting their money. Like sort of like football players in a sense, because football players kind of do the same thing, but they have just enough to kind of hold water. These fighters don't got millions. They thousandaires. So let's hope they can have enough money to have a great fight, spend it like they had a great fight, and still have some left over.
Right. Because
Yeah.
yeah, most of these fighters are on their like first, second contract, so we can expect again like anywhere from 12 grand to maybe 20 grand to show and win. Um, but speaking of, yeah, they're not on their like championship post champion contract where they're getting 500K to show, right? They're not on those type of contracts. Matter of fact, someone who is on that type of contract is Brandon Moreno. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this card, 323, because I'm not even gonna lie, it shouldn't have even been as close as it was. I beat you by what, one fight? Brandon
One
Moreno,
fight,
that was an early stoppage, bro.
one fight.
Tatsuro, Taira, and Brandon Moreno. Brandon
Nah, it
Moreno,
wasn't early.
bro, that was an early stoppage, 100%. Let me tell you why. Because
All right.
so first off, that ref, Mark Smith, was close to them the whole time. The whole time. Brandon Moreno had him in two different types of triangles, and Mark Smith was damn near saying work, work, while he's in a submission, trying to choke
But
this
look,
man out.
Tatsuro was doing this.
Yeah, yeah, you could do this. Get out. Get out. If you're not getting out, you're gonna have to stay there. It's at least like close to a submission. Even if it's not all the way in, it's still close to a submission. So, anyways, he was standing too close in that department already. Um, Mind you, this is a guy who he's getting paid a lot of money to be in here. Brandon
Yeah.
Moreno's getting paid a lot of money to be fighting even Tatsuro Taira, who's an upper comer, and he's probably getting paid a lot too. There's title implications on the line, and he gets taken down second round, gets his back taken, he gets flattened out, and probably like 8 shots, 8 unanswered shots get landed. Mind you, because the dude's on his back and flattening him out. Now everyone knows that's a very dominant position. In the amateurs, it gets stopped a lot because these people aren't getting paid. I watch Herb Dean. I watch him see fighters get put to sleep, run up there, stop, let him get one more, and then stop it. I watch Herb Dean do that because these fighters are getting paid to do so. Brandon Moreno was still moving. He was still moving, trying to get out of the position. This is not an amateur fight. Let
But
the
Noah,
man go
bro.
out. Let him go out.
No, he was getting hit. Okay. He was getting hit to a point you could see his hands kind of go limp.
No, his hands were not going limp. He was moving all over, trying to get the hell out of this hard ass position. It's hard to move there, bro. It's suffocating. It's hard to move. Yes, you're gonna be getting hit unanswered because you're not gonna be punching like this. You're trying to get out of the position, but they say try to defend yourself. Defend yourself at all times. He's trying to defend himself.
So what I'm hearing from you is you would much rather
It,
see
what you're
Brandon
hearing from me is
Moreno.
if he's still trying to defend himself, you should not be stopping the fight. Unless obviously he is unconscious or some shit and just like Terrence McKinney.
Yeah. But bro, we would have if okay, let's say there's two different spectrums, right? We could watch him try to get up out of it as he's flattened out on his stomach with somebody's on his back hitting him in the head. Or let's say he doesn't and really gets hurt, bro. We already talked about you only get one brain. And he was getting milly mopped on top of that one brain. He was getting hit
Bro,
hard, bro.
bro, it's really not that bad, man. Getting those shots
Come
landed on
on,
you,
dog.
like if it hits the back of your head, okay, yeah, you're probably getting a little dizzy, but it's really not that bad. It's really not, especially if you're moving, trying to get out. You're gonna take a couple shots trying to get out of something, especially that bad of a position. But let the man work. Let the man. If he is complaining to you right afterwards and his eyes aren't crisscrossed, he's not wobbling around, you stop the fight too early.
Would you think it was so bad? I want to see your mindset on this. Would you think it was so bad where the FBI need to investigate it?
No,
Like
no, they're
like
not.
it was like the referee was that bad to where it was like something's up.
Like if he had him on a parlay or some shit. I don't know. Mark Smith been doing
Yeah.
it for a long time. I wouldn't. That's kind of because that's also questioning their integrity, right? Like if it was clearly biased towards one fighter, maybe. But at the same time, like I said, when Brandon Moreno had him in that position, well, actually, he was trying to stand him up.
You know, Asian dudes don't give up. They'd rather just die. And when he was in that triangle, he was just gonna just like,
And
if
Mexicans
it was
too.
that bad, yeah, they'd rather just die. They'd rather just take the death.
So the fact that I just think it was a mistake. I just think it was a mistake. He shouldn't get investigated. He shouldn't have his job taken away. He should have to explain himself a little bit. I think you should have to explain yourself. That way, you just consciously don't make that same decision, right? You're always getting better, not only as a fighter, a martial artist, but also as a referee. Um, But yeah, bro, I don't think I don't. I thought that was an early stoppage. It sucks for Brendan Moreno. Tatsuro Taira though. There's no, like Dana said to Josh Van, there's no bad way to win a fight, but there's a
Oh,
bad way to lose one. Tatsuro Taira had a good way to, or he won the fight that kind of way, and then Joshua Van right afterwards won his fight in uh, another anticlimactic way, so to speak. Now first off, the way they came out, they was about to throw. It was about to be exactly what we said it was
Bose.
gonna be. There was about to be a 5 round who wanted more slug hold your nuts fest, nigga. That's what it was about to be. Cause neither of them were backing up. They were mushing into the clinch, and Josh Van still
Bruh.
trying to knock him out while he's in the clinch. It was about to be a banger, but
Oh,
but yeah, unfortunate injury. But while it is an unfortunate injury, you can't go and say that Josh Van did not win this fight or this and that or luck and stuff like that. First off, luck has a part to play in fights and stuff, right? But it's not.
always.
But that happens a lot. Like where someone
Yes.
throws a high kick, you catch it on your
Yes.
elbow and you raise it up and they fall. That happens a lot.
Yes.
A fall is the most fatal martial art technique. Any fall, any slam, any takedown is the most fatal. Like you're having a fight on concrete. Most of the ones that end up in deaths are people getting slammed in their head,
That's true.
hitting against the concrete. Those are the most dangerous techniques. And so if you fall incorrectly or you try to catch yourself like this, that's where you see all those arm breaks, right? So
Yeah.
it was just one of those moments where you're in the middle of it and he tried to catch himself because you also see people do that and their arm doesn't snap, right? But he tried to catch himself. It was obviously the elbow. I don't know what Dana's talking about, shoulder dislocation.
Dana was
That was the
tripping.
elbow.
Dana's tripping.
His whole forearm pushed through his tricep. I saw it.
You saw that?
Yeah, it was
Come on,
horrible.
bro. You know
It
what
was
it may be?
horrible.
It probably was both. It probably wasn't just his elbow. It probably was his shoulder too.
Yeah, his whole shit just blew up. Like
Because
it just
his
blew
shoulder
up.
took the impact. His shoulder took impact too.
Yeah, because I mean, even the way he fell, I can imagine that the shoulder will pop out, but we saw the elbow. Like, I don't think there's any mistake in that. We saw the elbow fuck up in whatever way. Like, honestly, I thought it was like around his tricep area, the bone was broken. That's how bad the dislocation actually was. But no, when I looked at the replay, you could see the forearm bone pushing
Uh,
through the skin, and it was just, oh,
bruh.
it was
And then
nasty.
the problem is, bruh, he's an older fighter.
Oh man,
And he was about to
35.
break records. And you know when you're an older fighter, bruh, it's so much harder to come back from injury, dog.
This is an arm injury, so it's not as bad, right, as it feels like ACL or like spine or some shit like that, where you got knocked out, slept over. Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. I think it is an elbow injury, which it sucks, but it's not like boxing was really his bread and butter, anyways. I'm sure, like once it's recovered, he'll be able to throw it pretty hard, like he was before. And he'll be able to throw the kicks the same way, and he'll be able to get to the back and choke someone out the same way. I feel like, but yeah, it's gonna be a long, maybe mental recovery though.
You can say this
That's
too.
that's the worst part.
He's he's no longer the gatekeeper. The 125 division is wide
It is
open.
open. It is open.
It's
So
wide open.
so I'm going to Japan in February. They don't
Yes.
have anything scheduled for February yet. Jana was just talking about looking at events in Japan. If they do one in Japan, I will go to that bitch. I will go to that bitch.
Wow.
If they do a UFC in Japan for February,
That's crazy.
I'm gonna go to that because that would be wild.
That'd be crazy.
Wild. And Van and Tatsuro Taira were already supposed to fight even before this title opportunity. Now Tatsuro, obviously Pantoja's gonna be out for a little while. Van's gonna be as active as he's always been, 7 fights in a year and shit, going 6-1. Yeah, we got to talk about Josh Van, man. Because like I said, super active. Uh, what was it, 7-1, or yeah, 7-1 now in his last 8, I believe, and that's all
Yeah.
in a matter of like a year and a half.
He's
Crazy
tweaking.
active. He literally just came into the UFC and just started fighting, just
He-
everybody fighting
he's tweaking.
5 times a year.
He's
Gets
tweaking.
knocked out one fight, comes back 3 months later.
Fuck it.
Him and Charles Oliveira both did the same thing.
I do have something to say though. I
Mm-hmm.
do think Tatsuro, when he saw Josh Van win, he was probably like, yes. Because, bro, you're not throwing big shots and hitting this little Asian dude, bro. He know, dog, it's not going to happen, dog. You can throw these big shots, and then he keeps distance so good for a smaller dude.
He really does. He has good footwork. I didn't know he was out of Okinawa, Japan. And now taking a closer look at his style, it is a little bit like karate-esque.
Yeah.
Like just the way he doesn't like load up on combinations. He uses his footwork. He's in and out. When he hits you, he's trying to throw like a solid shot with like all body behind it, but then he's right out afterwards.
Get up
And then
out of there.
sometimes he'll use that distance management not just to strike, but to really try and take you down. Actually, I think
Yeah.
that's where he's probably better. Is on the ground. And so yeah, he's very well versed. And honestly, I thought that this was a matchup that'll probably be happening for the title. I was a
Low
little
key.
upset actually whenever it got scheduled, like when they weren't champions or anything. I was like, oh, come on now, like we can save it. Let's keep some excitement in the flyweights. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's looking like they're probably gonna be fighting each other. Josh Van's been on a crazy run. It's crazy to see someone from Houston get a championship like
Shout out,
that.
bro. Let's give him his credit. Shout out, bro.
Nah,
It don't matter how he won.
Shout out. And I mean, and like, nah, fuck that whole. It don't matter how he won. He won the fight. He won.
He was in there throwing bows.
They was healthy when they both stepped in there.
Fact, bro. He was in there throwing. Pantoja thought he was gonna walk into a wall and think he was gonna bust out. And it was like, hell
That
no.
shouldn't have happened, nigga. I was not joking when I said
bro,
I wasn't going back up.
They both did. And didn't move.
Some crazy shit is bound to happen.
What we said, unstoppable force
versus immovable object.
Boom.
And boom did happen for sure.
Boom.
And then we had the main event, right? Merab Dvalishvili versus Petr Yan 2.
Bro, he was smoking dope before the fight.
Who was smoking dope?
Merab.
What you mean?
I just wanted to give you guys an exciting fight and not booty sniff. This is the one time I asked for booty sniffing. This is the one fight I asked for booty sniffing, and he didn't want to do it.
No, he tried.
Oh, he tried.
He did it like Bilal. He did it like Bilal versus JDM. He tried just a little too late. Like, I was looking at the first round. I was like, he hasn't taken a shot yet. It's been 3 minutes. He hasn't taken a shot yet. Then he gets minked up a little bit. Then he starts trying to shoot.
It wasn't even a little bit. Because when Petr Yan found them riblets, them little riblet giblets, he started screaming at the ref, fuck!
First off, let's just talk about it right there. That should have been a stoppage.
No!
You can't yell. No, you're actually not allowed to yell in the octagon. If you yell, that's a verbal tap. That is a verbal tap.
Nah, no, I don't
If you yell, they're allowed to stop the fight. That's a verbal tap.
I don't know.
So Petr Yan by what round was that? Third round finish?
Third round.
All right. That's how we saying it in the Will versus the Way universe.
No, and then he did it multiple times. Fuck! Like he was
every time he got kicked, same spot too. How good is Petr Yan? I told you that this is exactly how the fight might play out, bro. I told you that he was gonna jab him to the chest. That jab never stopped all fight. I told you he was gonna jab him to the chest. I told you he was gonna throw side kicks to the knees and hit the calf. He did just that. And then he was mixing up the takedowns just like I told you he would. Yeah. Mixing into jiu-jitsu just like I told you he would.
Yeah. I can't even lie.
Bro, it was exactly what we said it was gonna be beforehand. It was gonna be the greatest versus the most skilled right now. I think Yan is the most skilled right now. I think the only person I think there's a couple people who were as skilled as him, maybe just in like different departments. I think Aljo is one of the most skilled bantamweights of all time, just with how good his jiu-jitsu really is, and then his wrestling and judo is all that aspect. His outside kickboxing, his boxing was the only thing that I think he really lacked. Just like the jiu-jitsu is the only thing I really think Yan really lacked. But them,
the Asian guy. That's the only closest.
Yadong, he's very well rounded. He's very well rounded, but not yet. I think fuck, bro. I mean, Dominic Cruz is up there. as far as most
Oh,
skilled.
you said all
TJ
time.
Dillashaw, yeah, TJ Dillashaw, Corey Sandhagen's up there. But I think Jan, just from what we have been through, his modified Muay Thai, because he had like a Muay Thai base, but the way he modifies it, adds in the spins, just perfect balance the whole time. He uses
Yeah.
that high guard in MMA, which is really discouraged because you have 4 ounce gloves. But the way he uses it, he's not blocking with the gloves. He's blocking with the forearms, and then you're seeing him mixing his judo trips and Muay Thai trips and Muay Thai sweeps, and but it's just beautiful to watch. It's just
Nah, but
beautiful to
bro,
watch.
Marab didn't throw any uppercuts. He was unsuccessful on the takedowns, like really unsuccessful. And then he was still trying to hype up the crowd. What else? Um,
I mean, really, the problem was he didn't throw no damn head kicks. He didn't throw
he
no head
couldn't.
kicks. Jan
He
was
couldn't. He
leaning
couldn't.
over, and
Bro,
and
it's
he
hard to it's
throw
hard to
not
throw it's
one
hard to
head
throw
kick.
head kicks when you ain't got no energy left.
And when someone's pressuring him, because Jan
How
was
you gonna throw a
pressuring him.
head kick? Yeah, how?
Everyone, and this is what I was saying, bro. This is what I was saying. Everyone's like, oh, it's EPO. Oh, it's genetic cardio. Did he look like a like it was genetic cardio in that fight? Taking
No,
nothing
there's
away
one.
from Marab, but did it
Yeah.
look like he was genetic cardio?
No,
Or
he
he just
proved
met someone who was gonna match him in each martial art, skill for skill.
he proved how you can get rid of that cardio. How you can swim across a pool for 22 days and don't breathe. He showed you how you do it. You look at that liver, and you flick that hoe. And look, Sean O'Malley did it too.
Oh, he definitely did. It was just in the fifth
Sean
round.
just got him too late. So now you got a blueprint on this dude. If you want to get him up out of there, throw front kicks hard as hell. hard as hell. Hard as hell.
Well, y'all didn't. It was a round kick that y'all threw, and it hit perfect on the liver, like, bro. And I think the coolest thing about it is that he didn't just use that kick to the body to attack the liver. All his body punches were to the liver, like the sick left hooks to the body. He was landing the knees.
Mm.
He was landing to the body. He hurt Marab bad. He busted his nose. Man, Merab took a lot of damage. And honestly, it sucks to see because one, everyone was just starting to love Merab. And I told you this beforehand, but every time when they think that this nigga is unbeatable, they
They get
find a
beat.
way to lose. Every time in MMA, there's too many ways to lose, bro. You can't go in this game undefeated unless your mama tells you you gotta leave. Look, look, in
Hey,
this game, as soon as
shout
they
out,
think you're
bro.
unbeatable,
Hey,
that's
shout
when
out,
they start
bro.
losing.
Shout out, bro.
Shout out
Shout out,
moms.
bro.
Shout out moms, dog.
Shout out, bro. Hey, you my dog, bro. You my dog.
Bro, but I'm telling you, like, who was it? Who was it? Who we just thought was who was unbeatable? Man, Dricus was at the height of his shit. Dricus was at the
Nobody
height.
really thought Dricus was going like though. Like,
No, people thought Dricus was the favorite, I believe.
no, really, I'm gonna tell you who everybody thought. I'm gonna keep it a bucket. You gonna agree? Everybody thought Potan was
Oh,
never,
was about to knock out Mega Man. Yeah, no, for
never,
sure.
and Izzy.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody thought Potan could lose, and then,
slumped over. Get arrow shot.
I'm telling you,
Nah, but yeah, bruh, like, there's something about that mystical run that people be on. Man, I think Ilya
isn't John
Taporia,
Jones the only one successful with that? John Jones and not Islam,
Khabib. Yeah,
Khabib are the
Islam
only ones.
too. Islam's doing it too, bruh. Islam's doing it too, and he did it up a weight class. Like, we got to give
Nah, but I
Islam
think
his credit.
his time's coming. Once Taporia get over
You
that
say that, but
breakup,
that's 16 wins, bro. He tied Anderson Silva's record. 16 straight wins, UFC. 16.
yeah, that's a lot.
16 world-class fighters that he didn't dismantle.
Yeah, that's a lot. He completely changed my mind with the JDM shit. I complain and shit about the booty sniffing, but he completely made JDM a grown man scream. I've seen it twice.
The only time I'm gonna go against him again is if he fights Uzman.
And Taporia.
Taporia. That's the
Taporia
only
can do
time.
it all. He's a high ranking black belt. And then I told you, if you cannot go to the ground, Islam.
You know what,
This ain't Volk. This is not Volk.
bro? That's
This
so
ain't Volk.
crazy. That's so crazy because Islam Makhachev might leave this game as the greatest of all time. He actually
Nah,
might.
hell nah,
No,
bro.
no, 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 no. He actually might leave this game as the greatest of all time. Look at how condensed his divisions are. welterweight and lightweight. Both hot right now. Both hot. Just beat JDM, one of the new age champions. Might fight Usman, who is a legend. Imagine having that on your resume. And then
Usman
and
should
then
not.
and then Topuria, who's been killing everybody. If he could beat him,
Usman should not be awarded no damn. At least let
he beat
Usman
Charles
fight J.
Oliveira.
At least let Usman fight JDM before he fight what's it called?
Why you hating, bro? Usman's gonna
I'm
get
not
the
hating
next
this
title
nigga.
shot.
He's won one fight in 3 years.
Well,
What the fuck? He's won one fight in 3 years. How the fuck am I hating?
and won 16 of them bitches before them 3 years.
5 years ago.
That's not 5 years ago. Anyways,
Noah.
but regardless of
He's
what
won.
you think, that fight
I'm
was
hating.
actually in January, I believe. It was offered to Islam.
I'm
Either
hating.
Usman or Ian Gary. I think both those names were thrown around to be fighting Islam Makhachev next. And Khabib said, "Don't take that fight."
He not, cause he gonna beat Ian Gary the same way he beat these other niggas, bro.
No, I just think
Ian
he just
Gary,
doesn't want him to fight in January. I think he thinks it's too soon. Even though Islam didn't take no damage in his last one.
Ian Gary, bro. Hey, look, you my dog, but bro, look, you've seen what he's done to white gentlemen. Look, he's been putting these white dudes on the ground and they be screaming, "Help, mom, please!"
if he's screaming, no.
I'm not trying to see that shit, bro. Look, Ian, bro, do you think I'm proud of you? I ain't gonna lie, he fight tough because he can do it all. He's on my top fan list. Cause at first he was a dick and I didn't like him, and then he showed me I can be a dick, but I'm gonna win.
I'm gonna kick your legs. The person you like the most. I'm gonna kick his legs, and I'm gonna really hurt him. And I'm gonna
I'm
tell him
gonna
get
win,
up, and I'm gonna tell him he's a bad father.
and he can take a shot. He ain't no bitch. So, bro, you call it what you want, bro. He went up there and smited what's his name? Last fight.
Yeah, he beat him up. Who was it?
Smited his ass.
Damn, I'm blanking. Who was it?
Yeah, what's his bro? I'm tripping.
Wasn't
How the
Sean
fuck?
Brady? He fought Michael
No, bro,
Morales.
what's his name? That fought JDM. How the fuck are we forgetting this dude's name?
Oh, Bilal.
Yeah, smited Bilal ass.
Oh wow, I can't believe we forgot Bilal's name,
Ain't that
dog.
bad? Ain't that
Remember
bad?
the name. Come on, remember the
No, but bro,
name.
Usman, bro. I know you. That's when you like. He's a legend. It was a time where I was like, bro, he's him. But bro, nobody can not want to win one fight in 3 years and just be like, okay, go. Like
When you beat Joaquin Buckley, who was killing everybody in that division, yeah, you can. When you
you just
really,
named
bro,
Joaquin fucking Buckley.
He beat Joaquin Buckley, and he beat Hamzat Chimaev.
No,
Everybody in the world knows he won that fight.
what did the
Nobody ever, when they're talking about highlights, nobody ever puts that as a highlight for Hamzat Chimaev. They put it
what the
as a
referee
highlight
say?
for Kamaru Usman.
What the
Right or
referee
wrong.
say? What the referee say?
The referee didn't make no decision.
I don't give a fuck about the world. What did the judges say? He lost.
You the same nigga who thinks Tyson Fury beat Francis Ngannou.
He did.
All right. Yeah.
He got
Anyways,
dropped.
with back to the card, because Petr Yan, he skill for skill just had to beat Merab. He took Merab down. Merab tried to do that thing where he picked him up and walk him all across the octagon.
It
And
didn't
then
work.
Yan got right back up and was like, "Fuck."
Didn't work.
Had to eat a couple more body shots after that. Yeah, shout out to Yan, bro, because it's been a long road back. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. It's been a long road back for Yan. After he lost to Aljo with that whole unfortunate situation, because really he should have won that first fight. He was on the way to winning that first fight, and then he did that knee, whatever, and then he lost the decision afterwards. He lost to Merab, and then he lost to Sugar. It was a tough road, but then to win 3 in a row, he beat who did he
Song,
beat? He beat Song with
light skinned dude.
a torn knee. With the torn knee, he beat Song.
The light skinned dude.
He beat Davison Figueiredo, and then he beat Marcus McGee.
That is a goddamn. That's a road to glory. I ain't gonna even hold you. I ain't even gonna hold you, dog.
So he beat maybe a future champion in Song Yadong, a former champion in Davison Figueiredo, and honestly, maybe another 2-time champion because Davison Figueiredo is fighting Umar, and that's maybe a number one contender fight. Um, and then he went and fought Marcus McGee, another up and comer who could be a
Yeah,
future champion. If bantamweight, bro, whoever said welterweight is most stacked, bantamweight's still right there, bro.
low
Maybe you
key,
think welterweight is top right now, but bantamweight is still right there.
low
5 years
key.
later, 3 years later, however long it's been, bro. There's just too much talent there. There's just way too
Sean's in
much talent.
trouble. Sean's in trouble.
Sean is in trouble. Sean
He's in
O'Malley.
trouble. Sean is in
Why?
trouble. You can't be one dimensional in this division.
Well, so who do you think? Who do you think fights Petr Yan next? That's the real question. Because Merab, do you think Merab's gonna get his rematch?
Yeah,
Because he had four, bro. But you got to think about it.
he's fought too
He
many
had,
times and won. Noah,
bro. He fought. Yes. And he was trying to almost do a favor to the UFC. UFC told him not to do it, but he wanted to break records and he wanted to, you know, fight again. Even though he was hurt, and I know he got even more hurt during this camp because you always do. Um, it's like,
they gonna give it to him, and Dana fuck with him.
are they gonna give it to him though? Because he has to take time, bro. He not only we don't even know about the injuries he had coming into this fight, but and you just need some time off, bro. You just need some time off. Going right back into a rematch isn't gonna be the best. Maybe for someone as hard headed as Merab, maybe, but like it's not the right decision. I don't think. I think you take time.
Man,
I think Topuria is the one who manages his career the best out of everybody. I think Sean did it very well managing his own career, and I think Topuria does it very well because it's not like he's ducking anybody, but he's gonna fight twice a year. He's gonna fight twice a year. They're all gonna be on full camps. He's taking the GSP route. They're all gonna be on full camps. I'm gonna take the biggest name I could possibly get, and then when I do him in the worst way, you're gonna call me the best. I don't have to fight 15 times a year for you to call me the best. I'm gonna fight twice. I'm gonna fight against who you want me to fight, and I'm gonna do them in the worst way. And I'm gonna make a documentary about it in the meantime.
that's stiff.
And put a rose in the octagon. That's like,
Peter
but
Yan's gonna do it that way.
I think he is. I think he is because they were both very active. I was saying that going into the fight, they were both very active. The only difference between them is that Merab was fighting championship fights every fucking 2 months, and
You got to give
Yan
Yan this too. You know
spread it out
what?
over like a year and a half to fight three
You should be
fights.
proud. You should be proud of Peter Yan because, bro, he didn't rely on his right hand.
Nah, he didn't.
Dog,
It was mainly his left hand that did him all the work. Isn't that crazy? It was his
bro, this
jab,
dude,
his lead hook,
he's just getting
his
better.
kicks. Bro,
It's kind of scary. I ain't gonna lie. And he kind of young too. He's in the early 30s, but that motherfucker got time before he.
you know what I'm excited to see, bro? I'm excited to
Uh-oh.
see a rematch between him and Sean O'Malley for 5 rounds.
No, you're not.
I'm excited for that, dog. I want to
It's gonna
see
be
that.
hard. It's gonna be hard unless they give if Sean, let's say Sean embarrasses
It's on you, dog.
uh
If he knocks him out, they're gonna give him a title shot.
they're gonna give it straight because they're gonna be like
They're
if
gonna give him a
because
title
look
shot. He's
if
back.
he has
He's
to
back. He's
no
back.
because look if they don't give it
Whoa.
to him he gonna fight somebody that could beat him. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Corey Sandhagen has
At some point, you have to let them be who they say they are, though.
yeah
That's when the real
yeah
superstardom comes. Like you could be a star, you could be on Jake Paul's podcast every other week and stuff like that.
we gotta
Uh,
see
uh,
it.
but it's like if you are the reason I think the most hype he ever got was after that Aljo win because he was who he said he was, a
That was a
superstar,
hard ass win.
right?
That was a
And
hard ass
he
win.
boom had the whole injury and everything with his rib, boom knocked him out just like he said he would. Second round came out to the whole superstar theme. Like when you do what you say you are gonna do, and when you say who you say you are, that's like when someone says I'm the champion, I'm the best in the world, and then the fans can really believe it. That's when they're a star.
Bro, he has to
That's
beat
when
the
they're a
fuck out.
superstar.
He has to beat the fuck out Song.
Yeah. If he beats the fuck out of Song, they might give him a title shot. But the thing is that Song isn't as recognizable to the U.S. audience. Like he's fought in the U.S. a bunch of times and stuff like that, but because he doesn't, I guess, promote himself to the U.S. as much, and he doesn't speak the greatest English, I guess. He does speak English, but I think him training with J Flow and him training with Ozzy MMA, that bro, those were those were the right additions that he needed before taking another crack at this top five. Because everyone there could grapple. Even Sean could grapple. Sean could grapple too. It was more of a
Yeah.
mentality thing with Merab. Merab's mentality is gonna beat Sean's mentality probably like 7 out of 10 times.
We just don't want to see that shit. Sean, stay
Yeah.
your ass up. Beat the dog shit out Song. Nobody want to see. Nobody want to see
So
that
I
grappling
think
shit.
I think if he knocks out Sean Song, there's two options. Either yeah, they're gonna rush him to Petr Yan because we want to see that fight. Everyone wants to see that. Or they're gonna say, prove you are who you say you are. We're not gonna give you Merab, but we're gonna give you Corey Sandhagen.
Stan Hagen. I knew you was gonna say it.
Prove that you are the best striker that you say you are. Prove it, and then we'll give you a title shot.
Noah. I'm not gonna say he beats the fuck out Stan Hagen, but
That's a
he'll,
hard fight. That's the hardest. That's one of the hardest fights for him right there,
and
bro.
everybody want to see it too.
Because it ain't even gonna be for a strap either. So Sandhagen's gonna be on top. That's gonna be his. That's gonna be his bread and butter. Yeah, you get a 5 round fight night main event. Sandhagen about to beat your ass, nigga. Sandhagen about to beat your ass.
Nah, but bro, I ain't gonna lie. This dude, Sean, he'll win a fight with his feints.
Nah,
He
Sean's
would
great.
he'll pick you apart with just feints alone. Then his hands fast as shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But Corey
Yeah.
Sandhagen's way more strategic. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He'll
Yeah.
outgrap you. He'll outgrap you 3 rounds, and he got 5. So that just put him on top. Just I'm a grapple for 3 rounds, and then it's me and you.
Yeah, that is me and you. I might
This is what
heel
I'm
hook you
saying.
in the process, so protect your
Hey,
knees.
he'll hurt you a little bit. Then say, okay, now that you limping, let's do it. He's a smart
now
ass.
let's fight. And I'm using elbows and everything. And if
Motherfuckers,
you
I ain't
give
gonna
me
lie.
in something, I'm not gonna tap either.
Bro, we gonna remember this conversation because this probably what's gonna happen. He
It
gonna beat
might.
the fuck out Song.
It just might.
He gonna beat the fuck out Song. He gonna fight Corey Sandhagen, and then whatever that is, that's gonna be the chip. I
But
think
I'm not.
if Merab fights Yan again, he gonna lose.
But I mean, but we also have to keep in mind that Umar and Figueiredo are still right there
Mm,
fighting. Like it's
mm.
crazy. That's why I'm saying this division is crazy. Like you
Bro,
don't
I don't
know
know what's
who's
gonna
gonna
happen
get the
now.
next title shot. Because who wouldn't want to see Umar versus Yan? Who wouldn't
Dog,
want to
it's
see
fuck.
that?
You
Who
just
wouldn't
fucked
want to
me up.
see Umar versus Yan?
You fucked me up, bro, because I completely forgot about Umar. 35 is all over the place.
It's number one. How is that not the best division?
It's all over the place.
You saw Henry Cejudo's ass get beat up. How's
Let
that
me
not the
talk
best
about that.
division?
Okay, can we cross over to that fight, bro? I got some
Yeah,
things to
let's
say
go.
about that shit.
Go ahead.
First of all, I think Payton Talbott uh does devil spiritual worship. This dude
I ain't
saw
writing it
some
off.
blood on his leg, wiped it on his pants. Then he grabs it again, wipes it on his chest, wipes it again, and start licking it. And then said, "What the fuck is wrong?"
Same dude. The
They
same
got a
dude painting his
video.
fingernails black.
Okay, that dude. Okay, let me not say devil spirit. I don't want to put that on him. I don't want to put that on him. He probably a good dude, but he's dark. You got to be a dark dude to do some of this shit. This dude, there's a slow little motion picture of him when he threw a knee. He was smiling, and he connected.
Bro, what didn't I tell you? He was gonna throw some big right hands, and right behind it, the knees are coming. Right behind it, those knees are coming.
Bro, that's a dangerous nigga, dog. That is one. That is one. Man, you hate to fight a dude that everything he throw hurt.
Now he
He
really
he
called
doing
he called Cejudo a pussy too, in the middle
for
of it.
what?
No, not with his words, by inside tripping him. That's Cejudo's move. That's how he won his gold medal in the Olympics. Cejudo is
Oh.
famous for the inside trip, and the fact that he hit it on Cejudo,
And then he was like, then that shit.
Cejudo all welted up. This guy inside tripped.
And then this shit OG. That's like me getting in a fight with Coach Jason and then doing the shit he taught me.
That's
Wait,
that's
Coach
crazy.
Jason, if you're watching this, I don't want to fight you. Let me say that out loud, because you had me fucked up. I've been to bed for 3 days now after that last, yeah, yeah,
No,
dog.
but no, but like for real. And I'm glad Cejudo's retiring. Because I thought that it was a disservice to his legacy for him to keep fighting because he's not getting better. When he retired, he was really in his prime, and Dana told him not to retire too. Dana was like, "Bro, just keep fighting. We're not gonna pay you what you want, but keep fighting. Maybe you'll make it one day." And he stopped right at that point, and that's also the point where like, bro, that was where Conor McGregor was still fighting, bro.
Yeah.
Conor was still fighting. So the UFC was only going up. It was only going up. You really do have to look at fighting in the UFC as an opportunity. You honestly do. And Dana just said it not too long ago that it's really about building fame. It's not about a job. It's not a job. It's an
Building
opportunity.
fame.
You can win this money, and then we're gonna record you. Do
Yes.
what you want.
Building fame and then keeping fame.
Yeah, you gotta figure out how
Building
to do both.
off of that fame. Conor not only built fame, he kept it and built off of it. You could drink a beer right now and it has Conor in that bitch like this. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
You
what
gotta
you're
work
saying.
off of the fame. You keep stacking that fame. I hope Henry he did everything he wanted to accomplish. Triple C. You know, I thought he was a dick, but after watching what this dude's been through and shit like that and what it took for him to get there, dog, he's a GOAT. I'm gonna just say it out loud. He's a GOAT.
100%, bro.
Yeah, and
100%. I don't.
I prayed that he didn't win this fight and got back and got it in his head, I can keep doing it. I wanted him to get fucked up. I
Not the only
wanted him
way.
to know.
And he said
So,
it afterwards. He said it to
yeah,
Dana afterwards. He was like, it showed. I need to get out of here.
I wanted him to get fucked up, bro. I need you this time. It's time. How about you coach and teach these athletes that are now in their prime to be better? Maybe that's your role that you live in now. Sometimes,
Yeah,
bro, the road never stays that same. It don't stay the same length. You just come into a different one, bro.
right. And man, you maybe came around like after his whole run because what he
Yeah,
did at the time was crazy. The fact that he beat DJ in a rematch in a first fight, he got finished by a knee. He beat DJ. DJ gets traded. Insane, right? He wants to move up to 135 and fight TJ. TJ said, "Fuck that, I'll move down." Did EPO, got knocked out. So he knocked out TJ Dillashaw. Then he went up to go fight Marlon Moraes, who was on an insane 5-fight knockout streak, killing people. I'm talking about putting people in a coffin. Aljamain Sterling being one of them. Aljamain Sterling hitting the dad, getting knocked out. Bro, like killing people. People don't know how good Marlon Moraes was. And he changed Marlon Moraes' whole career. Magic Marlon Moraes. Changed his whole career with how bad he beat him up, bro. He beat him up so bad, like he never had a chin again. And he got knocked out like 5 times afterwards. It was
Connor
bad.
was one of them.
No, Conor never fought Marlon Moraes. That's two different weight classes. But no, Marlon
Maybe I'm
Moraes,
thinking
he ended up
of
going to the
another bald
PFL,
dude.
getting knocked out again. Yeah, it was bad. But
I
anyways,
never got to watch. Yeah,
and then after Marlon Moraes, he defended his belt against Dominic Cruz for the last defense.
yeah.
And after he
Uh,
beat Dominic Cruz, finished him, um, that's when he decided to call it because he already won a gold medal. He was now a double champion in the UFC and defended both belts. Who else has those accomplishments? Think about it.
bro,
Who else has those accomplishments? If he never came back, bro, you would have to put him in that Mount Rushmore because over who else one has those accomplishments and then over those kind of names? We just named TJ Dillashaw, Dominic Cruz, two of the greatest bantamweights, DJ, the greatest flyweight, and Marlon Moraes, all time great at bantamweight for what he did with that 5-fight knockout streak.
the closest is DC.
Yeah, the closest, I mean, maybe DC. Really, the closest is Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes,
Oh
she
yeah,
did it.
yeah. But
She
bro, I'm the casual, bro. I never got to see Demetrius fight in the UFC. I only got to see Demetrius when he fought at one. I never saw Cejudo fight like young. Like I never, bro. I started in the Conor era.
right.
That's what I started. Yeah, I missed all the
Well,
legend.
but that's the thing, the Connor era. I think he got into the UFC what 2013,
Yeah, the Conor and the
uh,
John Jones.
and then his era kind of ended around like 2019 when he fought Dustin Poirier and broke
It
his
was
shin.
over. It was over.
That's when it like ended. So from 2013 to 2019, that's what 6 years span. When you say you started watching with Izzy, right? But Izzy
Yes.
fought Paulo Costa on I think on that same card.
Bro, my first biggest fight I seen that made me a true believer in this sport being great was Izzy versus Gaslam.
Oh, that was insane. I was in Iowa when that happened.
That was my first fight. That was my first fight where I was like, bro, this shit is absolutely ridiculous.
Izzy was trying to kill that man, bro. They were trying to kill each other, dog. That was the first time I was like, someone might die.
I'm like, go
Someone
die.
might die in this bitch because
Dog.
the ref ain't stopping it. He's wailing elbows. This clock better ring or someone's
And it
gone.
was so confusing because Izzy would just flick his chin and he'll do a backflip. I'm like, damn.
It got to that point.
Bro, it was
And
Izzy
Gaslam still has a chin to this day. I don't know what's
to
in that
this day.
Mexican blood. I
Shout
don't know
out
what's in that
Mexico.
Mexican blood.
Shout out
Facts. Shout
Mexico.
out
I know what it
Mexico.
is. I was in the Mexican household. It's them damn, it's that food. That shit's so good. But look, it was Izzy versus him and Izzy versus Paulo. That was when Izzy was like mad at somebody. Oh, you
That's
think
what really.
I'm
That's what
I'm a
really. That's what
bitch.
really brought you in.
Yes, those are the first fights. So everything else before, bro, I never. That's why you kept saying you don't think Demetrius is the best. I didn't see him fight anybody. I never saw him fight nobody. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes sense. You know what other fight? Going back to 323. You know what other fight? Went pretty much how I said it was gonna go. Guskov and Jan Blachowicz. It went almost like how I
bro,
said it was gonna go.
it was
Jan
the
was doing
exact.
well at the
Yeah,
beginning,
yep,
and then he started getting tired on 42
yep,
year old lungs. Started getting
yep.
tired and started getting beat up. And then
Start
he had
kicking
that
through
last
legs.
explosion. But he did have that last explosion, which almost won him the fight, where he dropped him at the end. Um, it ended up being a draw. Damn,
A
they're gonna fight
draw.
again. They're gonna fight
Nah, they
again.
won't.
It was a
Nah,
good fight though.
let Jan go off on his high horse, bro. Let him go off on his high horse, cause he
Yeah, let
does
him go fight
exactly.
someone else.
Yeah, bro. Cause dog, he kicks through your legs. Look when you fight Jan. It don't matter if you a southpaw or he's gonna kick through inside leg kicks. He don't give a fuck. He's kicking through them all. You got to be prepared.
You got a bone
Your hips,
condition. You got to be sleeping in negative 13-degree weather. Your bones better be hard. You better be conditioning them bones, bamboo
your
every
hips better
day.
be, your hips better be really flexible because you only gonna have back and arms after what he do. That's all you
Bah!
going.
Right through your
Bro,
legs.
proud of y'all though, man. That was a good fight, bro. He. I
To
don't
be
know, bro.
42
Like,
and to be fighting like that in the third round, that was actually impressive. Um, like I said, if he didn't have that last push, it would have went almost exactly like how I said, and Gustav would have won. But he had that last push. Proved me wrong just a little bit that this 42
yes.
year old man can push that third round. And then he had himself a go. I think if he would have won it, he might have retired, honestly.
You think
Um,
so?
yeah, I think so because he was talking to like, bro, when's the last time he fought? Like he hasn't been fighting very often,
Nah,
bro.
bro. He fought another dude. He kicked through his legs. Every that's like every fight. It seemed like
Oh, Carlos Olberg, he lost in the decision. That
yeah,
was March. Oh,
kick
he
through
fought.
his
Okay, so he
legs.
fought this year. Oh, but he didn't fight in 2024.
Mm.
And then he fought Pereira. Pereira was his last fight before that, and that was in
And
2023. He really won that fight.
he
Low
went all
key,
three.
low key, all five with Pereira. Low
They was five.
key. Oh no, it was three. It was three. It was three.
It was
You're right.
three.
It was three. Low key, he's the champ of the light heavyweight division right now.
He got a chin. Oh, he got a chin. He got a chin good enough. Even if you rock him, he can get his ass back up. You
Hmm.
ain't just gonna knock his ass out. That
Okay,
pole
so
and power.
we're gonna talk about a couple more fights that were on the prelims. Manuel Torres knocked out Grant Dawson. That was a great win for him. You called
Bro,
that
I
one.
told you. I told you that shit days ago. You was like, bro, he's gonna wrestle him and go to the ground. And then I started seeing him swing. I like, no, this motherfucker may get knocked out the way
This
he's swinging.
motherfucker might get knocked down
He
before you can
throwing, he
grab them
throwing,
legs.
he throwing them all like this.
Bro,
Yeah.
did I tell you them wrestlers be falling in love with that overhand?
That shit
Because
don't
it'll lead
work.
them right to the legs. It'll lead them right to the legs. But if they can't get a
But
takedown after a couple two or three shots, and they don't got no type of striking, oof, that's gonna be
Emmanuel
rough.
Torres got a goddamn, he got bricks in his shit.
Yeah, nah. Manuel Torres, and that's what lightweight division. Goddamn,
Yep.
he's about to crack that top 10. I think Grant Dawson actually was in the top 15. So
Bro, you called
yeah,
another
he's
fight.
he's cracking down.
You called
Which one?
you called another fight to the T. I'm talking about you would call most of these fights on the card you called to the T. And bro, shout out, bro. But man, T Rex, bro, what's up? What's up with
Yeah, T-Rex, bro, he went in there. Bro, I was watching with my friends. I literally said, "You better come watch this fight, cause he about to end this bitch in 2 seconds." In 2 fucking seconds, nigga. Like that sentence. He about to end that bitch in 2 seconds.
He
And
missed
he came
that
out
one
and tried
knee.
to do that.
He just missed that, bruh. He had a
Yeah,
knee.
it would have
He
been
just
done in the
missed it.
beginning. He
It was a
missed it.
knee, but the dude
It's about to
caught
be
it.
done.
It was over. The
If he
dude had his
landed that
hand
knee, it
up.
was done.
It was, bro. That knee was so crisp. The dude just had his hand up for some odd reason. He
Bro,
knew it
and
was
then,
coming. Hit his hand.
but he hit him with other shots. He was low key piecing him. He hit him with other shots that were making the dude wobble. Every time he touches somebody, they're like about to go to bed. It's like little off switches just are landing. Then they like wake up and continue
Oh,
fighting. But it's like it's something in it. He really like I really believe him when he said he punched the door out the frames when he was on that acid trip. When he said
I
that
can
back
believe
in
it.
what episode was that? It was like 20 something, I think.
Yeah,
But when he said that he punched the door out the frames, five cops for about an hour,
I can believe it.
I could believe that
First of
shit
all,
too.
what state was he in fighting five cops? Because if he was in Texas, look, brother, hey, you my dog. They would have had a
Nah,
firing
I
squad on
think
your ass.
nah, one of the cops knew him though, remember? One of the cops
Type
knew who
shit.
yeah, so they were like, all right, let me wrestle with this nigga for an hour. Let me And I'm not gonna lie, even when the dude shot on him, his wrestling looked on point too. His grappling
Oh,
looked on point.
always.
Like he had the
Always.
elbow frame in and everything. It was just a sneaky ass elbow that caught him, bro. And the ref didn't see it either, which is why he had all those other unanswered shots. I think honestly, he was probably out from that elbow, just like the way he fell. I think Duncan, like, because he went for a shot after that elbow, the ref just thought Terrence was trying to like defend the shot just with the way his like legs fell. Um, but yeah, because a lot of people were saying fuck that ref because it was like a late stoppage. Because he ate that elbow and was pretty much out from there. But yeah, man, you live by the sword, you die by it, though, right?
And they can't say fuck the ref because T-Rex turned that switch off at least 2 times before, you know, he was
Yeah,
already piecing his ass up and he was going out and he ain't stopped the fight. So, I mean,
yeah,
sometimes, bro, it is what it is.
it is what it is. Macy Barber though, she got it done against Karini Silva.
Man, bro,
Um,
I needed that.
she fought with some edge, bro. She
I
fought with
needed
some
that.
edge. I like I like the mindset Macy Barber has right now. It's like she has a chip on her shoulder. Like I'm tired of bitches talking about I'm not the best. Like that's the type
He
of like
is.
chip she has. She is one of the best, bro. I mean, flyweight. Let's not get it twisted. That's a hard division. You got
You
Valentina.
remember
Valentina will
my
either
bad.
kick your head off or she'll smother you on the ground.
She had a fight prior, like probably not even a couple weeks ago, bro. She had a seizure coming out before the
Yeah,
fight.
that was a couple months ago. Yeah, she had a seizure
Yeah,
against
bro.
Aaron Blanchfield. She wasn't able to come out.
Yeah, bro. And she's been trying to keep it under wraps. It probably was something going on with the weight cut. I'm not
Hmm.
sure. Yeah.
No, it
So she
was. It
been
was for sure.
yeah,
So I'm glad she had a healthy weight cut this time. Um, low key, we might have to see that her versus Aaron Blanchfield again. We might have to
again.
see that again because they both just got to win. Valentina, I don't know. She's probably gonna be fighting Natalia Silva next. I think that's probably the next fight for her. So if you make Macy Barber and Aaron Blanchfield actually do the fight that they were supposed to do, that'll be good. Kind of sucks
Banger.
for Aaron Blanchfield because she did everything right and then didn't even get to fight and everything in that one. So it's
Yeah.
like, now I got to do this whole thing over again. But I think that'd be cool. Nazim Sadikov lost to Perez ZM. Perez ZM just beat him everywhere, bro. Before knocking him
Yeah.
out, he beat him everywhere. I thought Sadikov would at least have the ground game coming from that Cerro Longo team, training that syndicate and everything, bro. Just got destroyed. First him, I knew he was a kickboxer. I knew he came from a kickboxing background. In fact, he was hitting inside trips and really grabbing this nigga. Really, like, he won the fight on the ground by TKO. For SCM, that's what, 6 fights now? 6 fight
Dog.
undefeated streak? To where his last loss, I believe, was Terrence McKinney, where he got submitted in like 2 seconds.
Sometimes though, bro, it's just not your night. And
Yeah,
it
he
sucks
got
you
submitted in
train.
2 minutes
Yeah.
against Terrence McKinney. And then he went and beat Big Lack. I don't know who that is. He beat John Herbert. He beat Matt Favola by knockout. That was that scary one with the elbow or the knee or whatever it was. He
Yeah.
beat Claudio Puelles, which is a good win. Mike Davis, and then now Nazim Sadikov. Yeah, bro, give him a top 15, top 10. That's also lightweight. Jesus
Uh,
Christ, man. Lightweight
we
is
missed
just,
we missed one
that's
too.
ridiculous.
The taker of
Bruno,
souls. Pause.
you talking
What's
about
his
Jalen
name, bro?
Turner?
Oh, bro, I told you I saw why he quit. I see exactly why he said, man, fuck this. This motherfucker will put a hole in your head. If you
And then,
if you
and then he gotta live with it.
he gotta live with that shit.
And then he gotta live with it.
Bro, he's like a dude that just came back from Vietnam. he
Killed a
gotta
whole bunch of people. Now he's living with PTSD.
he, he gotta go back to classes. He's sitting with a psychiatrist. How do you feel? I just today is just not the day.
Not today. Not. I don't
I've
feel
had
good
so many
today.
bodies. I've
I've had
had
so
so
many
many,
visions, so many reoccurring memories
bro.
of me
He
killing this
be
nigga
he
Bobby
be
Green.
he be asleep and just
God.
Bobby. Oh 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 oh
God
oh. oh.
And
Wake
they
up
go
out of sleep.
texting the ref, why didn't you stop it? He's Jalen Turner. Shout out Jalen Turner, man, because he
Shout out,
retired.
bro.
You don't never see someone so young retire in this game. Like you don't. Now, when they're at the UFC level, you don't see it because now it's like everyone's trying to get to the UFC that way they can make a living. And it's like, even if you lose a couple and then you win a couple, you're still getting paid a decent salary. You're making a living. Like you're making a living, right? Doing what you love to do. So you really don't see people quit that young or retire that young in this sport when they're in at the UFC level. At the local stage, yes, you will. But the fact that he retired earlier this year had that little like mental break of, I don't have to do this anymore, right? And then he got to train because he liked it. He got to train because he enjoyed it and was really still getting better that whole time. And then had that mental reset and then was like, fuck it, I'm gonna fight again against a good fighter in Edson Barbosa, a legend of the sport. And then he was able to do that to Edson Barbosa. Another scarring win because honestly, he beat the fuck out of Edson. He beat Edson bad. Like that was a bloody mess, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Edson might have to we
Dip.
might have to hang it up because he been through
Cause
some ass whoopings, bro.
he getting
After
older,
what,
bro.
bro, what Kevin Lee did to him, what Khabib did to him. Kevin Lee's was arguably worse too, but Khabib, Kevin Lee both beat him pretty bad. Every loss he has, he gets his ass whooped. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've noticed that, but every
Bad.
loss he has, it's because he's either gonna whoop you or he's gonna get whooped.
Yeah. This
Either
my
way,
thing,
if
bro.
you're fighting Edson Barbosa, there's gonna be pain in that matchup.
If you no, but if you want to beat Jalen Turner, bro, that first round, dog, he has to be on the mat. He has to be
No,
huffing and
like,
puffing.
yeah, he has to be breathing, or you gotta be one hell of a nigga to survive that shit. Like Makhachev.
Dog, which one would you rather be? Which category?
Nah, I'm gonna take him down.
Yeah,
Fuck
okay
that.
then,
I
bro.
ain't trying to
The fuck?
survive nothing. I ain't
Yeah.
trying to survive shit. Nah,
Bro, that
I'm gonna
shit
take his
hurt.
ass down.
Bro, you'll
That
go
shit
for
does
a
not
fucking,
feel
you
good.
go for a jab, and he's so damn big, he'll hit you from distance with the hardest elbow he could possibly find.
Hits you with an elbow, you're bleeding, you're rocked, and then you hear his coaches saying body.
Oh,
Now you curling up. Now he's still hitting you in the
then he hits
head.
you
Then hit
again.
your body. God damn, that's not a good place to be. And not to mention this dude's 6'4", 89-inch reach in lightweight.
170.
In the lightweight.
170.
No, lightweight. This is 155.
This motherfucker's in 150. See, that's what I was telling you, bro. Fuck 55. Yeah, nah, these
Yeah, it's
motherfuckers be big
crazy.
as hell.
So shout out Jalen Turner. Marvin Vittori, Bruno Ferreira kind of went how we thought it would.
Yeah.
Marvin's bag hasn't gotten any deeper. Tried the same
Nope.
shit. And
Yep.
Bruno Ferreira looked
Took
good.
advantage. He took
Yeah, he
advantage.
looked good. Ivo Aslan got knocked out by Iwo Barinsky. I won on that one. Against you.
Yeah.
Mansour Abdul Malik submitted Antonio Tricoli, that's out of the norm. Usually he's knocking people out, so that was out of the norm. That was a good one for him. And then Myron Santos got the win over Muhammad Naimov, and that was the first fight of the night at UFC 323. So man, that was a good card, bro. It played out. There was honestly not too many decisions. What's that? Like 3 decisions we talked about?
This was the closest card I
4,
was to you.
5.
Closest card I was to you, bro. And I was gonna win by the most awkward situation in the UFC history, dog. It's just crazy. It's just crazy because if I would have won that fight, I would have won the card.
Because you were up one whenever they hold Brandon Moreno.
Yeah.
Whenever they stopped that one early, you were up one.
Yeah.
And then Joshua Van had to do his thing. Had to do his thing. Then that tied us up, and then Petr Yan. It came down to the main event. It came down to the one everyone wanted to see. It came down with our most crucial breakdown, and you just couldn't see a world with Petr Yan winning. I don't know.
I couldn't see it, bro. I couldn't see it.
I think you were just giving Merab his due respect, which I think everyone was, man. But in reality, bro, to fight that many times in 1 year, and to keep that same level, it's just like, honestly, I think the risk reward is probably negative, bro, because I don't think people really know how hard that is. And they're gonna give you credit for it, but are you really getting enough credit if you do some shit like that? Like when Izzy had 5 wins in a single year,
Yeah.
and he won like newcomer of the year or whatever it was, or fighter of the year because of it, and his last like 2 fights were title fight, or Volk, him fighting so often and then getting
Yeah.
wobbled up at the end of it. Like, I don't
You
know if
can't
people are
call it.
really gonna give you that credit, but I mean, we'll see how history remembers it, and then maybe he'll get his rematch. But guys, y'all let us know. We're gonna round it up with that, but y'all let us know in the comment section how y'all think all these fights are gonna play out. Like we got 6 weeks with no fights, bro. So we're gonna try to get a couple guests on for you guys. Episode 100, hopefully it's gonna be special for you guys. But let us know who y'all think Petr Yan and Merab are gonna be fighting next. What y'all think about that whole Sean O'Malley situation? January, UFC on Paramount. Things are getting crazy, dog, as we lead into this new year. It's been a good year, bro. It's been a good year. We're gonna
Thanks.
keep talking about it. We're gonna hopefully give our end of year rewards within these next few weeks while we're waiting on the next fights to pop up. And in the meantime, T Will owes me 120 push-ups. So
120. 6 weeks.
we're gonna have a good show with that. But with that being said, man, this is episode 99 of the Will vs. the Way Uncensored MMA podcast. With your boy, Noah the Way, why they ain't T Will the Cash. Well, we out.
What's up, villains? New episodes of the Will vs. the Way Uncensored MMA podcast drop weekly. Make sure to check out our most recent episodes and latest interviews that we've had on the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.